Call the meeting to
sorry.
order. No worries. Call the meeting to order. This meeting is being recorded. The recording does not constitute the official record of the meeting. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible,
liberty and
with
justice for all.
justice for all.
All right, thank you. Any revisions to the agenda?
Just one, on the approval of the minutes in the annotated agenda, I have October 8th, it's really November 11th, so just remember that.
Okay. Any public comment on non-agenda items? Seeing none, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from, I think it's actually November 12th.
Even better.
Sorry. Played that one around.
I second that motion.
Call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Accommodations and recognitions.
This is a good spot, I thought I just kind of put together, through the support of the PTO, Moonlight Club, Spanish Peaks, YCCF. Our aggregate for operations so far this year is $353,000. And if you include housing in that, that's $728,000 just from those entities supporting the school district.
Yeah, that's great. It's definitely a good recognition. Yeah, very grateful. Yeah. Okay, move on to your superintendent report, please.
So enrollment, and you mentioned something in hers too. We're ticking up a little bit, 392. We're up 6 at the elementary and up 2 at the high school, and it's going to probably end up being 3, but those are students coming back from semesters abroad.
Okay.
And then I have an update on House Bill 408. We had a total available of $587,000 that we could collect through that tax credit this year. So we've collected in or committed 2 donations at $200,000 each, one at $102,000 and one at $85,000, and that's going to open the 15th at 10 a.m. and 4 of us are ready to get those in.
It's always been quick to the draw, so.
Yeah, not to continue to be quick.
Yeah.
And then if it pleases you, I'll move right into Marla's
Sure.
a meeting she couldn't miss, Brittany as well. Academics from Lone Peak High School, finals are the second week after break, that's January 13th and 16th. The OMS, that's the middle school holiday book stroll, is this Friday from 9 a.m. In the state wing. In student life, the Scrooge the musical was over Thanksgiving break, and it was a great performance by them. Shakespeare in the Schools was last week. Middle school students began their second trimester clubs during Flex Block and their second trimester classes. And ski days start next month. From a professional development standpoint, second round of evaluations for non-tenured teachers and tenured teacher evaluations have begun. And Mr. Dublin and Marlo attended school law conference. Keep rolling.
That's everybody?
I got
elementary now? Yeah. Questions, anyone?
Give me your reports.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, doing a great job.
Keep it moving.
Like Matt's on it too.
Okay. Hey, Matt?
Teachers had 2 great evenings, parent-teacher conferences, and a really great turnout here at the elementary. Increased interest in enrolling in January. We're likely to have new students in every grade 4K to 3. IB has published new transdisciplinary theme descriptors, so we're looking through all of our units of inquiry at every grade level. And we'll ensure alignment and bring those to you guys sometime soon. And preparing for winter concert Friday, December 20th at 9:30 is 4K to 2, and 10:30 is grades 3 to 5, and you are all invited to attend.
Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Great. That's everything?
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you for all of those. Mr. Sullivan?
Just a few brief updates this month. Just going back to last month, since I wasn't there to get to share this, we had about we've seen 57% of the senior class participating in IB exams. 10 of those students are doing a full diploma and 6 are pursuing course exams for individual or multiple subjects. It's great to see that that option is being explored by students more and more, expanding the reach of the exam process. I'll be sending out a communication to students and families registering for exams this month to remind them of the schedule and reiterate a few key pieces of information before we move into the new year. Noting our seniors now, our senior students are beginning to work through a range of their IB assessments, including currently design projects, scientific investigations, visual art, comparative studies, and extended essays. The big thing about these assessments is these particular ones are built into our curriculum and have counted towards the students' IB's overall scores, which this process allows the students to demonstrate their mastery of content through a sustained engagement with their subject content, which is similar to the nature of their college coursework. So that's a big part of the program. The students will be conducting over the next couple months. And then lastly, I met with our incoming Spanish teacher in November, just to introduce her to the IB curriculum and answer some questions about our program. I'll be following up with her again in the coming weeks to support her onboarding as she joins us next semester. So,
Was she at an IT school? No. Just right now. Thanks. Mr. Hannes?
Thank you. So high school basketball is off and running. The middle school girls basketball is in their last week, and then middle school boys will start that week we come back from break. But the only other thing I did want to do is recognize our all-conference athletes from the fall. And starting with football, we've got Abe Grabo, second team all-conference wide receiver position. First team all-conference, Eli Gale, inside linebacker, and Abe Grabo, kick return. And all-state, we have one all-state football player, which is Abe Grabo, which is awesome for the football program. Didn't have any all-conference players in volleyball, however, quite a few in soccer. Second team all-conference, Keegan Lucchini, Arlo Hurlbut, Cameron Pecunis, Brady Johnson, and Marley Chapin. First team, Dudley Davis, Finn McRae, Maddie Wilsinski, Harper Morris, Lola Morris, and Maeve McRae. And then all-state soccer this year, Dudley Davis, Finn McRae, Maddie Wilsinski, and Harper Morris.
Nice.
Yeah,
Great. That's cool.
definitely. So more pictures up in the hallway.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Libby. No.
I didn't do anything.
You keep him fed.
You did everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
And that's all I've got.
Perfect. Thanks, John.
Mhm.
Move on to business manager Corky.
So as you can see in the budget update, we're in our budget where we want to be at this point in the year. I will be out there in January for a week to do the I guess taxes, W-2s, et cetera, as well as to meet with the budget committee. And by that time, I'll have a pretty good understanding of where we'll be in fiscal year 26. At this point, I see the general fund will be level based on enrollment and what we can expect from the state legislation.
Great.
Question where we are today?
Thanks for keeping us on course. No committee reports, I see. We'll move on to discussion and action. Take a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve $60,000 to Riverside Cabins for deposit on phase 2 of employee housing.
Thank you.
So this is the project we've been talking a lot about for over a year now, but more kind of had some updates. The permit so we have to start with the permit for a building, to have a building to lease or rent. I hope that's gonna go to the county commissioner, at least be sent in aggregate by the end of the week, of this week, and then we'll have a hearing. I had a couple preliminary meetings with the HOA, they seem really on board with it, which has been good. A couple of new members of because if you remember, according to the HOA, we can build employee housing, we have that right within the HOA, but the architectural review committee just has to look at it. So I'm working with them, and then the company out of Great Falls will also be willing to work with them as well. So what I'm asking for today is you need a $10,000 deposit to get into the queue to get those built. So that's what we're asking. And then just to recap kind of on the funding, right, we have the $750 in our pockets right now. And then we had talked about possibly going to the Board of Investments. And I think, we also have some bond interest dollars that are gonna be available to us as well as the spring starts to run full. And we will be able to service, if we take any debt, we'd be able to service that through the rental income. And I've already had people approach me about moving into those. And as far as our current housing situation, they're full.
Yeah. So we definitely need them. And what about the hearing? Do you attend that or do we?
Yeah,
go,
I'll
or-
attend it with the engineers and I'll let you guys know when the date is and if anybody else wants to attend.
Okay. Great. Anything else?
It's a long time coming.
It is.
Excited.
Well, and it just seems like we finished this other project and it was so great, and it's like, well, now we need more
Yeah,
already, so, which is great, so. Great, okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed unanimously.
And lastly, for DNA, I'll make a motion to approve the liquidation of school property as presented.
Second.
so the list was in the packet, it's science
short, yeah.
materials, and the science teachers went through that, so once you approve this, we'll do the regular way of disposing of school
Yeah.
property.
Do they go to other schools or?
They can, if people reach out for them generally, that stuff's pretty old.
Is it?
Yeah.
Some from the 60s.
Yeah. Never know. Call for a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Need one more.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Looks like we're slated next 14th. Second Tuesday or second week again.
That's good.
Great. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.